The Mandalorian helmet is finished. Yes. Now, let's do some armor. There. Well, I guess I should talk just a little bit about the finishing up on the helmet, because you probably noticed by now that there's a blackout screen right here, so that, you know, when you have the helmet on, you can still see where you're going or what you're doing. But the tint, to me, that's what finishes like a helmet like this. Without that, it's just not going to look right. So you got to have that, you know, that blacked out tint in there. So I will provide a link in the description below what I used, but I'll show you. It's just this stuff here, and this is actually really flimsy, but it's window tint. And I cut a pattern with a piece of paper first, where the, you know, just took out the contours here along here with a pencil, sort of marked it on the inside, and then laid that on this, and then cut it up with the scissors, and then just taped it up inside, so that actually it's, let's see if I don't know if you can see the inside shot there at all, but I also put a piece of foam in the top. But the idea is just to black out that area, because that just absolutely, you know, gives the helmet the finished look. And this stuff, I think, is about $9 a roll or something, and I've used it a few times on different masks and helmets, of course, to get that effect, so that it's, you know, without it, it's just not right. So anyway, we got that done. Then we started the next piece to this, which would be the armor that goes on the shoulders. And the first thing I noticed was like, man, that's huge, you know. So yeah, there's one of the shoulder pieces there with the what was it, horn mud or something animal on it, logo. Now, when I saw this on the printer coming up this huge, it was like, man, that's a big piece. I had no idea. So it used a lot more material than I realized, but when I put it on myself, it was like, okay, it just fits on the shoulder, and that's about it. It's like, this thing is not, you know, yeah, it's not as small as I thought it was. It just looks huge, but I thought it would be a smaller piece than that. So I was going to make two of them. I made one and ran out of material again. I was like, oh, off the spool. Back to spools here someplace. There's one wind of spooling left, of filament, when we got down to that. Now that was the spool that was left over from running this, even though this is two pieces. Also, I guess I thought, well, we'll give you the other. I had to glue the two pieces together, and if you run into that, this is the glue I've had the most success with. There is a thing called Gloop out there, but it's about $40 for a little bottle of it or something for 3D printing. It's really good stuff from what they tell me, but you know, I just go to like Home Depot or Lowe's, and I think it's about $4.50, $5, and you get a little bottle of this, they call it super glue from, what is that, Loctite. And Loctite has been around forever. It's a real good company. They make a lot of good stuff. But I have found this glue seems to work pretty good for, you know, 3D modeling, because a lot of times, like a situation like this, you sort of put it together, you sort of hold it for a few minutes until this stuff starts to take. Now this doesn't work like crazy glue, so it doesn't set up really quick. Its cure time, I don't remember what it is, but the cure time on it is pretty slow. I left the helmet set up with the glue on it overnight, so the next day, you know, the glue was set, kind of thing. So the whole bottom of the helmet is glued into place, kind of thing. I didn't get a perfect fit, but I didn't worry about it. It was kind of like, you know, we've got this done. I like it. You know, it's good. Now the other thing I did was I put a piece of Velcro up inside with a piece of foam, so that the helmet sits comfortably on your head. But there is one other thing I might look into. I might put a piece of foam on the inside on each side a little bit here to help the helmet kind of lock into your head a little bit. I wasn't even sure if this helmet would fit me. Somebody actually asked about that last week when we did the helmet. You know, that helmet doesn't look like it'll fit your head or something, and it was like, yeah, it does. You know, it definitely fits my head. Even my hair fits in there. Yeah, you know. So also, just before I forget to say something, I want to thank again the gang over there with Elegoo and Deeplee. Deeplee sent us a bunch of different PLAs to try out, and I am pretty excited about their product because it has proven to be perfect. You know, absolutely perfect product. There's no problems. The PLA is good. The PLA Plus, the Rapid PLA Plus. This is Rapid PLA Plus, so it's a really. And the finish is like, you can see it on the camera probably, it's got a real metal look, real smooth, you know, finish to it. So I ran this one here, And this is just a standard PLA from, again, Deeplee. And I was really surprised at the benchy because, again, the hull finish and everything here, there's no layer line separation, nothing showing, of course, but even the old company that originally put the benchy out, is right here, is still on the bottom, printed nice and clear. I can see it easily, and there was a little bit of stringing, that's all. Now, this was done in hyperspeed mode or whatever, so yeah, it was done high speed. This is not, we'll not call high-speed PLA. This is PLA for the slower type machines, but you can run it, you know, obviously you can run it higher than 100 millimeters a second squared or something, because there was absolutely no problems at all. Nothing showed, and the detail on the bench is absolutely fantastic. It's gorgeous. All the holes, the arches, everything's supported nicely. The steering wheel inside there in the cabin looks really good, and just the overall benchy is like, this is just as good as any benchy I've ever seen. In fact, it's really good because the print came up so well on the bottom. I was kind of surprised about that, but that's more maybe towards the machine than it is the PLA. But all the same is that the lines, everything looks really smooth, really nice, and just used default settings, which really didn't, you know, apply to any particular name. It was just a generic, you know, PLA type settings, but came out great. And I've really got a thing going on here with Deeplee, because I'm really surprised. Their stuff is good. It just is. I think it's worth the extra couple dollars. If it's more expensive that week or something, I would definitely order it. In fact, I did. I ordered some for myself, and will be continuing to order from them because I have production, as you can probably hear in the background. 3D printers are running. They did send me this, and I'll tell you, I went all over the place trying to decide what to do. This is lavender. It's a really pretty color, and they sent it over here in a matte PLA, and we got 2 spools of it, so I thought, man, we can run something big. And it was like, what do I run that's in lavender? Comment in the description below if you have any ideas. I can't think of what to make in lavender. It's almost like a light, you know, purple shade kind of thing, but it's a pretty color. The only thing I could come up with is a flower vase or something, which was like, that's not that impressive. I'd really like to make something really nice, but I have no idea what to do with it. I've also got some red here I want to try, and yeah, here it is right here. I've got this red, and I've been just wanting to get this red on the machine and get it running. But the problem is, and this is where I've hit problems before with companies wanting to send their filament over, is that I am producing 3D parts for the internet and clients, and a lot of times the machines are tied up and scheduled. We were able to get this in, and we no sooner got this off the build plate, we had to clean things up a little bit, throw some of the regular products that I use, and begin printing products for orders again. In fact, we're printing orders right now. As a matter of fact, that's an order that we're printing, not something for the wall to hang right now. And there's more of that sort of thing going on here right now, so it's really hard to get a machine for a minute and say, oh, let's use the machine for a couple days and just print this. My machines are tied up on and off all the time. In fact, I considered putting this on the old Cheaty X-Max or something that I have, because it's not as busy as some of the other machines. But it just surprises you. The minute you think, oh, I've got this machine and I'm going to let it just sit for a couple days because we don't have any more orders, it's like 2 minutes after I walk away from the computer, you hear the bing, and you know, yeah, an order's in, and it's off of that machine. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So this morning even that happened. But anyways, I have PLA Plus Rapid, I think it is, in black as well, from Deeplee, and I wanted to try it, and we never got a chance to try it because I was going to run a benchy for each of them and put a benchy on them or something like that. But it was like, when I saw how good this was, it was like, well, there's no point. The Rapid will, if it could even come out or be just as good as that, then it's fine. You know, you don't need anything better looking than that. I did think about doing a big dinosaur head or something, you know, T-Rex bones or something out of, you know, with lavender or something weird. But there was just no point to anything I could find. I went on printables and Thingiverse, that sort of thing. I looked around to see if there was any project that, you know, lavender would kind of like really show off nice. I haven't found anything. When I do, we will print it and we'll take a look at it. Maybe in the next coming weeks or something. The red, I've also got, yeah, this is a different one again. This one's also a gray, and it's like this, but this is just a straight PLA, but I already know, I can tell you right now, this will print just as good as that. It seems like that's just the way Deeplee works. There it is. Okay. We also have the black from Deeplee, which is PLA Plus. Again, I'll just put a link in the description below where you can find some Deeplee products, probably over at Amazon right now. I'm kind of hoping that the, I guess it was Bella over there at Elegoo, I believe. Yeah, I hope they'll contact me and let me know if there's any coupons or anything else we can be adding to this deal right now, because I've got a lot of projects in mind. Problem is, my machines are production machines. They're constantly tied up on and off, sometimes for days. Yeah, and I just don't know where I'm going to be from one day to the next with the machines. So it's really scary sometimes to tie a machine down, knowing that the minute an order from a client comes in, we may have to jump on that and get that done. So, well, let's wrap this up for today. Oh, there's going to be a pile of links below, which will be for Deeplee for deals, with multiple deals on spools and stuff. So yeah, and it'll all be through Amazon. So like, yes. And not sponsored, not paid. No. I'm just doing this because well, somebody asked if I would help them out, and I said, yeah, you know, we'll get your name on there. Sure, not a problem. And also, I will have a link in the description below for where you can find the tint for this thing, and also for the glue over at Amazon as well. And those will be affiliated links with me. but there's going to be some fantastic links below. I invite you to go check it out. That will be for the Deeplee filaments with deals, you know, yeah. Meantime, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching Coffee and Tools. Please like, share, subscribe. Over and out.